Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African school for girls. Started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing.
A couple of pets as well.
Yeah.
A dog and a cat with interesting names, to say the least.
Yeah. That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And Gail.
Gail, okay, Gail.
Yo, so why am I hearing that Oprah had a school for girls and all of them went missing?
Buddy, these are my girls. These are my girls.
So 50 Cent just dropped a bomb on Oprah Winfrey, and the internet can't stop talking about it. He straight up accused Oprah of being worse than Diddy, claiming she's been sacrificing the careers of black actors just to stay on top. That's a heavy claim, and people everywhere are wondering what's real and what's rumor. The whispers go even deeper. Some folks say Oprah's good deeds come with dark secrets, especially her all-girls school in South Africa. Allegedly, students there came forward with serious accusations, and then strange things started happening. Reports claimed that human remains were even found on school grounds. It sounds wild, like something out of a movie, but the internet's been running with it non-stop. So let's rewind and figure out where all this started. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know Oprah and 50 Cent don't get along at all. This feud's been brewing for years. It all started when 50 was rising in the music game and wanted to clean up his image. He hoped to land an interview with Oprah, the queen of talk shows, to show the world that he was more than just a guy from the streets of Queens. But Oprah wasn't having it. Word is, she wanted no part of 50 Cent. Didn't like his lyrics, his image, or his vibe. When the idea was pitched to her, she reportedly refused, saying she didn't respect the kind of music he made. Of course, 50 being 50, he didn't take that quietly. He fired back hard, accusing Oprah of catering to old white women and turning her back on the very community that helped build her career. He even threw shade in classic 50 fashion, saying she was black on the outside, white on the inside. That jab went viral instantly. He said, "I think she caters to older white women. Oprah's audience is my audience's parents, so I could care less about Oprah or her show." He made it clear he wasn't begging for her approval. He'd rather be her enemy than her friend.
Meal for him? When he was growing up, its favorite food was pork and beans and Franks. Really? You still like them?
Yeah. It was the fastest. Like things for you to cook.
That's 50 all day, unfiltered and bold. And here's the plot twist. That interview he once dreamed about actually did happen later, but not because Oprah suddenly wanted to talk. No. Insiders say she was pressured by big names in the industry to make it happen, because 50 Cent was one of the hottest rappers in the world at the time. She couldn't ignore his influence, especially since having him on her show would boost her ratings. Talk about a power play on both sides. But that was only the beginning, because once 50 Cent came for Oprah, other celebs started stepping forward too. And trust me, the stories they told made jaws drop. After 50 Cent's messy run-in with Oprah, it didn't take long before another big name jumped into the mix, Ludacris. He had his own story to tell, and let's just say, it didn't make Oprah look good. When Ludacris went on the Oprah Winfrey Show to promote his new movie Crash, he thought it was going to be a celebration of his acting success. But instead of getting his moment to shine, Oprah switched up the whole vibe on him. Instead of talking about the film, she went straight for his music, grilling him about using the N-word and questioning his lyrics. Mind you, the entire reason he was there was to promote a serious, award-winning movie, not to defend his rap persona. Luda tried to keep his cool, but it was clear she had a different agenda that day. Fans watching could feel the tension through the screen. It was like she invited him just to embarrass him. And if that wasn't bad enough, when the episode aired, Ludacris realized Oprah had edited out parts of his response. Yeah, you heard that right.
She had made about, I was there for Crash, for the movie.
Yeah.
And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily feel like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music.
Right.
Whole sections were cut, and the way it was edited made him look defensive and uneducated. That move didn't sit right with him at all. Later on, he said it felt like she used him as a prop to prove a point to her audience, the majority of whom were older and white. He felt she wanted to make him the example of everything wrong with hip-hop instead of giving him a fair chance to talk about his growth as an artist and actor.
He was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal. And when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it.
Wow.
Like it was just quiet and didn't
Are
say
you a
nothing.
yes man?
The internet started calling Oprah out for it too. People said she only wanted to make herself look like a hero by checking a rapper on national TV, and she didn't care if it made him look bad. To a lot of folks, that was the moment they started seeing a pattern. Oprah was being accused of throwing successful black entertainers under the bus to keep her reputation clean in front of her mainstream audience. But wait, it didn't stop with Ludacris, because next up was Dave Chappelle, and his story took things to a whole different level. When Dave appeared on Oprah's show after walking away from that $50 million Comedy Central deal, people expected a heart-to-heart talk about why he left Hollywood, but instead, it turned into something that felt more like a setup. Oprah kept pressing him with uncomfortable questions about his mental state and rumors about substance use, even cutting him off when he tried to explain himself. Fans watching felt like she was trying to make him confess to something that wasn't true. Dave tried to stay respectful, but the tension was thick. It was supposed to be his chance to tell his side of the story, but Oprah made it feel like an interrogation. And just when you thought that was wild, more stories started surfacing from other stars who said they'd had similar run-ins with Oprah.
Saying that you had become increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia attack? You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? It's me. I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like,
But you were stressed out. That's why.
The list was growing fast, and it was starting to look like there was a whole pattern of her clashing with powerful black talent. When the dust from the Dave Chappelle interview finally started to settle, another wave of drama hit, this time involving two powerhouse actresses, Taraji P. Henson and Monique. Both of them had their own painful stories about Oprah, and when people compared the two, the similarities were almost too much to ignore. Let's start with Taraji. In 2023, she had the internet buzzing when she revealed that Oprah had underpaid her for her role in The Color Purple. That movie was supposed to be a major moment for her career, a celebration of black excellence and sisterhood. But behind the scenes, Taraji was dealing with frustration, exhaustion, and a paycheck that didn't come close to matching her worth. She said she was ready to quit acting altogether because she felt disrespected and drained. And just when Taraji was trying to open up about her struggles during an interview with Oprah's best friend, Gayle King, things got even messier. Instead of showing empathy, Gayle acted like Taraji was being dramatic, cracking jokes while Taraji was visibly emotional. Fans were furious.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. I'll have to. The math ain't mathing. Tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, enough is enough.
They said Gayle was clearly protecting Oprah and trying to downplay Taraji's pain. People online started whispering that Oprah and Gayle might be a lot closer than just best friends. And that's why Gayle always runs interference whenever Oprah's name comes up in controversy. And this is where Monique's story comes back around, because years before Taraji spoke out, Monique had already warned everyone about Oprah's ways. Monique's been calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry for years, saying they blackballed her after she refused to do unpaid press runs for Precious. She was only paid $50,000 for that movie. No extra money, no travel budget, nothing. Yet Oprah and Tyler wanted her to promote it around the world on her own dime. When she said no, suddenly doors started closing everywhere. The actress later revealed how deeply that betrayal cut her. She said Oprah pretended to support her publicly but was working behind the scenes to make sure she never got another big role. The story hit hard because Monique wasn't just speaking out of anger. She had receipts.
What is that black dick connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was up by some who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too fucking much. It would me not to say the real shit. It would me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my if I had one.
She even said Oprah used her family members against her by putting them on her show without permission to talk about her trauma. When Taraji spoke up, Monique was one of the first to support her, saying, "Now do you believe me?" That comment sent shockwaves across Hollywood. Everyone realized that this wasn't just random, it was a pattern. And just like before, 50 Cent was paying attention. The moment Taraji's story broke, he jumped into the conversation online, and things went from messy to explosive. So while Taraji was fighting her battle and Monique was reminding everyone that she'd been warning them for years, guess who stepped right into the middle of it all? Yep, 50 Cent. You know he doesn't miss a single chance to call someone out, especially when it comes to protecting people he feels were wronged. He saw everything going down and wasted no time jumping into the drama. 50 reposted an article about Taraji's situation with the caption, "They dropped the ball, F him. Taraji, I'm ready to work. Let's get it." That post blew up instantly. Fans were cheering him on for standing beside her, while others were shocked that he was openly calling out one of the most powerful women in entertainment, Oprah Winfrey herself. But 50 didn't care. He's never been afraid of industry giants. The sad part, Taraji didn't even realize what she was up against. If she had spoken to Monique before, she probably would have known that once you cross paths with Oprah, the odds are never in your favor. Monique had been telling her story for years, that Oprah and Tyler Perry blackballed her for not playing along with their Hollywood games. All she did was stand up for herself, and suddenly, the entire industry turned cold toward her. But 50 wasn't about to let that slide. He became one of Monique's loudest supporters. He posted a picture of her on Instagram and wrote, "All in favor of Monique being back on top, say, make it happen." That post went viral in minutes. He even said he went to one of her stand-up shows during Super Bowl weekend and was completely blown away. "It was so good," he said. "She had me in a trance." That's how real it was. After that, 50 doubled down, calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry by name. He demanded that they both apologize to Monique for how they treated her. He wrote, "I'm sure Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry wouldn't want their influence to keep damaging Monique's career. This has gone on for way too long. Now would be a great time to apologize because I'm about to put her back on top. Green light gang, I don't miss." That's a direct shot, and 50 meant every word. His post shook the industry. Fans started revisiting old interviews, piecing together years of moments where Oprah seemed to side against certain black entertainers. People began asking whether she was protecting the system more than the culture. It was no longer just about 50 and Oprah. It was about Hollywood's hidden politics, favoritism, and power. And just when everyone thought 50 had said everything there was to say, he dropped one last bombshell, one that brought Oprah's name back into even darker territory. Original word count, 345. Rewritten word count, 507. Just when people thought 50 Cent couldn't take the drama any further, he did. He brought up something even darker. Oprah's alleged ties to Harvey Weinstein and her mysterious all-girls school in South Africa. When 50 started hinting at this connection, social media went wild. People began digging up old photos, old interviews, anything they could find to link Oprah to the Hollywood power players, now seen in a different light. Back in the day, Oprah and Harvey were tight. They were constantly spotted together on red carpets, award shows, and film premieres. They even worked together on movie projects and charity events. At one point, they were considered the ultimate Hollywood duo. a power partnership with influence that reached every corner of the industry. But when Harvey was finally exposed for his crimes, Oprah suddenly claimed she had no idea what he was doing. That statement didn't sit right with people, especially when reports came out saying that many of his parties included young women and underage girls being mistreated and exploited.
The school for girls.
Go look and see what happened to them girls.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's headmistress. Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing. But as of right now, nobody is sure why these rumors have started, as there is currently no news reporting that there have been missing girls at Oprah's school.
These were the same events Oprah was photographed attending, smiling next to him like nothing was wrong. So when 50 Cent reminded people of that connection, it reignited a conversation that had been quietly simmering for years. Folks began questioning how someone as powerful and in the know as Oprah could be, that close to Harvey, and yet know absolutely nothing about what was going on. But that wasn't all. The topic of her all-girls school in South Africa came back up, and things got even more disturbing. When Oprah opened the school in 2007, it was meant to be a safe haven, a place for young women to learn, grow, and find opportunities they'd never had before. But within months, dark stories started coming out. A dorm matron named Virginia Tiny Makopo was charged with multiple counts of physical and inappropriate misconduct toward several students. The news was shocking, especially since Oprah had personally selected the staff. When everything came out, Oprah flew straight to South Africa, fired the headmistress, and promised to make big changes. But many people still didn't buy it. They thought her response was more about PR than compassion. Years later, in 2011, another disturbing incident made headlines. A student secretly gave birth, and the newborn was found dead inside her bag. The tragedy sparked rumors that the school was cursed or involved in strange rituals, and those whispers never really went away. Every few years, more stories pop up about that school. New claims, new mysteries, and new suspicions. For someone who's built her image around empowerment and philanthropy, these stories keep raising serious questions. Even after all those dark headlines about the school, the stories didn't stop. If anything, they got stranger. Since Oprah opened her Leadership Academy for Girls back in 2007, the school has been surrounded by controversy after controversy. What was supposed to be a dream project, a safe place for young girls to learn and grow, has become the center of countless rumors and investigations. Not long after the school's opening, news broke that a matron had been caught mistreating students in horrific ways. The case shocked the world. When the truth came out, Oprah personally flew in, fired the headmistress, and promised the girls and their families that major changes were coming. But the public wasn't convinced. Many believed she was only doing damage control to protect her image, not to fix the deeper problems. Then just a few years later, in 2011, tragedy struck again. Authorities discovered the body of a newborn inside one of the students' bags. The girl had secretly given birth, and the situation left everyone speechless. While no criminal charges were filed against her, that moment added another dark stain to the school's reputation. People started whispering about strange rituals, hidden truths, and a curse surrounding Oprah's academy. Even if some of those stories were exaggerated, the fact that such rumors existed at all said a lot about how people viewed the school. There were other scandals too, like the 2009 incident where several students were suspended for reportedly crossing boundaries with classmates. Then new online rumors began spreading in recent years, claiming that girls from the school had gone missing. The internet exploded with theories. Some users said the disappearances were connected to something sinister. Others claimed it was just internet gossip blown out of proportion. But the fact that no clear answers ever came out only made the speculation louder. One person online wrote, "Oprah was besties with Epstein. She's been to the island. The girls are probably being used. We need to do something about it." Another user said, "Oprah's been a problem for years. The black community needs to stop supporting just because someone's famous. Character matters." Posts like these kept the conversation burning, with people questioning how deep Oprah's connections really go and how much of her charity work is actually pure. Now, whether any of those missing student rumors are true or not, one thing's clear. Oprah's image isn't as untouchable as it once was. For years, she was seen as the ultimate success story, the woman who built an empire from nothing. But now, between 50 Cent's accusations, Monique's testimony, and the cloud hanging over that school, people are starting to look at her in a whole new light. So here's the big question. Is Oprah being unfairly targeted by rumors? Or is there really something darker hiding behind that perfect smile? What do you think? Could 50 Cent be right about her using power to control who rises and who falls in Hollywood? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is far from over.